Let's go to our Journalist Hangout Weekend Special. The focus is on the Nigerian Army fighting machine, the Ozugu mine-resistant and ambush-protected vehicle, that's MRAP, manufactured by the Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria, DICON. The machine is named after the commander of the Nigerian Army Infantry Corps, Major General Victor Ezugu. Babajide Otitoju caught up with Major General Ezugu during the 2022 Nigerian Army Day celebration in Owerri, Imo State capital. Let's share the story with you.
For any fighting force, including the Nigerian Army, solid weaponry is an indispensable asset. In response to the challenges and threats it confronts, the Nigerian Army has been doing its best to acquire capabilities that give it an edge over the enemy.
The AQ series is mounted with 12.7 millimeter QJC 88 anti-aircraft gun.
One of the sturdy fighting machines in the inventory of the Nigerian Army is the Ezugu mine resistance and ambush protected vehicle.
Okay. This one looks smaller.
Yes. This is upgraded version. One is smaller pump.
Okay.
The smaller pump. This one is on frame, so that's why.
The Ezugu MRAP features a double enclosed turret which can traverse 360 degrees and can mount all types of munition in the inventory of the Nigerian Army. The driver's hull penetrating vision of the Ezugu MRAP is mounted at the right-hand side, similar to the South African-made Rattle infantry fighting vehicle. The Ezugu military vehicles were inaugurated in the year 2019, named after the commander of the Nigerian Army Infantry Corps, Major General Victor Ezugu, the historian with a unique talent for designing military vehicles. During this year's edition of the Nigerian Army Day celebration held in Owerri, the Imo State capital, I got a chance to get up close and personal with the Ezugu MRAPs, the third in the series. I also had a one-on-one with General Ezugu, who has the honor of having the biggest mine-resistant vehicle of the Nigerian Army named after him.
General Ezugu, can you tell us something about your baby that is sitting majestically behind us?
This baby here is just something to prove that Nigeria, we're a great nation. We have abundance of talent, human and material. If a Nigerian man makes up to do something, he will do it. We can go to the moon.
Yes.
So General Buratai, retired, Chief of Army Staff, appointed me the Group Managing Director of Nigerian Army Vehicle Manufacturing Company after my recruits in depot produced a small patrol vehicle. He said I have the talent, that I should go and exploit that talent, despite the fact that I'm an infantryman and I'm a historian. So I gathered some Nigerian young talented boys, headed by Engineer Shedrack Agbo, and we went into design and production of 3 series. This is the third series. The first series we are done with it. Second series, this is the latest 2022 model of Ezugu MRAP. So the Command Engineering Depot partnered with DICON that I was heading to produce these vehicles. And as I left DICON, the current DG DICON, Major General Tafida, is also working with Engineer Shedrack Agbo and his team and Command Engineering Depot to continue the production even after I've left. So this is a true story of what Nigeria can do when given the opportunity. Yes. So they're just looking for production line by the government so that they can mass produce this.
And then export.
And export
and end foreign exchange.
And end foreign exchange. This vehicle costs just about 120 million. The same type of vehicle imported from China, this is Ezugu MRAP. The same type of vehicle imported from China costs over 400 million. So you can see what it can save Nigeria if we continue to produce this. So I'm happy the president is the one that commissioned it in 2019.
Okay.
And from 2019 to 2022, we are proud to show Mr. President that we have gone a step further
Yes.
from what he engineered us to do
By
to come to this
by
level
producing
now.
up to 3 series of it.
Up to 3 series of it.
General Ezogu spoke about the capabilities of the Ezogu MRAP.
6x6 series, and it has capacity to withstand mine up to how many tons of mines? 12 tons of mines. It can carry infantry troops up to 14 of them confidently. And then in off-road terrain,
yes.
this motor can maneuver and ford water up to 3 meters of water, and in sandy and muddy terrain, this vehicle is unstoppable. So it is built to withstand a lot of pressure based on the experience we have from the northeast.
Yes.
That's why I was the GOC there. And then when it came to conceptualize this vehicle, we made sure that it stands the test of
And the
terrain
armor
in
is
the
thick.
northeast. And the armor plated, it can stop 12.7 at 200 meters. That is an anti-aircraft
That's
gun
projectile.
at 200 meters, a projectile. But AK-47 at point blank,
It cannot penetrate.
it cannot penetrate.
So it gives the soldiers the protection that they need.
to charge through the enemy.
Yes,
So
charge
that's-
through the enemy and
Exactly.
deliver their own missiles,
Yes.
weapons.
And again, it has the surveillance capacity. Look at it there. From here, troops can project the surveillance of this vehicle and watch over 5 kilometers radius of their location. So it's an added, and you monitor it live, both day and night capability. So this meets international global standard.
I was also afforded the opportunity to get into the belly of the MRAP.
Ezogu. I'm right now inside the Ezogu MRAP, produced by the Nigerian Army, the Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria, formerly known as DIC, Defense Industry Corporation, now DICOM. This is evidence that when the Nigerian makes up his mind to do something, his determination can propel him to the top. General Ezogu and his team have been able to give Nigeria an MRAP, mine resistance and ambush protected vehicle that costs just a little over 100 million. Whereas if we were to import these MRAPs, it will cost us in excess of 400 million naira. As you can see, this is what the belly of the Ezogu mine resistance and ambush protected vehicle looks like. Via this monitor, you can see what's ahead of it, and the gunners can take appropriate measures. I have with me Major A.T. Ibrahim. Tell me a little bit about this vehicle. Why do you like this vehicle?
Well, because of the battle awareness,
Yes.
the speed, maneuverability, and protection.
The protection that it offers troops.
It offers troops. Because at point blank, AK-47 7.62 mm special will not penetrate. And at 200 meters,
Yes.
you are safe from 12.7, that's the Shika, anti-aircraft gun.
Anti-aircraft gun.
Yes, so it's superb.
Which is what the Boko Haram
Which is
fighters
what the
use a
Boko
lot.
Haram fighters use a lot.
So it offers protection against anti-aircraft guns
Anti-aircraft guns
and
all small
even
arms.
the AK-47. And
Major General Ibrahim says the Ezogu MRAP also functions as a minesweeper.
This simulates a dead weight of a vehicle.
Yes.
Simulates a weight of a Hilux. 6 tons. So whatever mine is passing through, once this one roll over, if there is any mine, it will detonate. Thereby saving the troops, because the distance from the vehicle to the mine roller, even if there is any mine, if it detonates,
yes.
everything will end up here. The vehicle and the troops will remain safe. And all these things are independent suspensions. These tires are readily available in the market. We bought them in Lagos. They are just used for these forklifts.
Yes.
Forklift tires. So each one now that damaged, we just replace it. We make it an independent suspension. So even if it run over mines, maybe 2 or 3 damage, it can still be rolling. And we are moving with spares that we can just replace immediately.
But the Ezugu MRAP is not the only top armored vehicle that the Nigerian Army is happy to have at its beck and call.
Mark number 19 is the Camel MRAP. The Camel MRAP was manufactured in China and it was introduced into Nigerian Army inventory in the year 2021.
With an array of quality fighting equipment available to it, morale is currently very high within the Nigerian Army, with officers and men of the Army keen to serve their fatherland. The future of the Nigerian Army is bright as it continues to surmount the challenges placed in its path. The new Nigerian Army Women's Corps, commanded by Lieutenant Zainab Abubakar, is proud to be part of the officers and men keen to give their heart, their sweat, blood, and matchless endeavor to service of fatherland. Babajide Otitoju, TVC News, Owerri, Imo State.
Bikio, something to celebrate about at least, something cherry there. As in cheering news coming that, look, it's not, from what we saw with Prufus, now this new discovery, this general is still alive. Ezugu.
Yes, and they honored him by naming the MRAP after him. The Americans do that a lot. You see, a lot of their warships, a lot of their tanks are named after generals, former president, and all that. In fact, I remember the M1A1 Abrams, the main battle tank of the U.S. Army, named after an individual. There is a USS Eisenhower, that is the U.S. transport ship that can carry more than 10,000 troops at a time. You know, when they are going to do rapid deployment, they just put them inside. And a lot of their, even aircraft carriers, where the airplanes take off on the high sea, a lot of them are named after heroes. So Victor Ezugu is a Nigerian hero, an exemplary military officer. How can you think that a historian, somebody who read history, would not have the talent to design armored tanks, to design an MRAP?
Very creative.
You know, to the point that the former Chief of Army Staff then named those vehicles after him. So seeing him physically, yes, I've been reading about him since his days in the Northeast, but seeing him physically and interfacing with him was a thing of joy to me. And coming from Owerri, I saw the real strength of the Nigerian Army. What is left is for us to have the right strategy. The victory will certainly be ours. I'm confident about that. When I saw the women of the Women's Corps marching, I began to shed tears. I look at these young women giving their all to their country, and led by that young officer, Lieutenant Zainab Abubakar. I was shedding tears. I was really, really excited, you know, to see all of that happening in my time. So I know that we'll surmount our challenges, God on our side.
Sikian, with the, you know, we've been having, you know, this kind of running battle, terrorists and everything. You saw that MRAP?
Yes, I did. And Jide and I were there. And first and foremost, we need to talk about General Ezugu. If you don't see him in uniform,
You can't think he's a soldier.
you can't think he's a soldier. We sat down one-on-one with him and spoke for hours and the rest of them. Very simple, but a man with serious intellect. That is one. Two, I was able to see firsthand the capacity and capability of the Nigerian Army and what the Nigerian Army can do. And that is part of what we've been saying over the time and time again, that we have the officers and men to do this job. What is the problem? The third one for me, we started by talking about forests, not getting dollars, not being able to get. These are areas where we can invest and export to other neighboring countries and make so much money. Are we doing it? By the time
Profos is exporting.
Yes. This thing, not only that, we saw robots, we saw drones. You need to see, by the time we entered the exhibition hall of the Nigerian Army, which they displayed in Owerri that day, I was shocked.
So you won't know that.
You won't know.
No, that they have such capabilities.
In fact, the one that shocked me most is that they can be here and be monitoring. They have the cameras and the whatever you have that can be monitoring things happening so many places at the same time. So what I believe, and I need to give it to the Nigerian, and most especially the current chief of army staff.
Oh, yes, simple man. Always cracking jokes.
In fact, but he had about 2 hours one-on-one with us, and he called me. Was it beer?
Your mustache.
Your mustache.
Maybe that's why you trimmed your.
That's why I trimmed it. It started with Jide, and for goodness sake, and what he has going for him is that he has excellent officers around him. In fact, by the time I said, he said, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Imo." He said, "Hey, this one is from your state. This one, we can do it."